Hi guys, good evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you're watching this from. So today we are going to be starting off with the new topic for class 6 ICSE, that is negative numbers and integers. Okay, so before starting off with negative numbers and integers, I would like you to understand we already know what are natural numbers, what are whole numbers. Okay, what are natural numbers, what are whole numbers. Now, after that comes integers. Okay, let me give you a short refresh on what those numbers actually are. Okay, okay, let's begin. Okay, so first comes what are natural numbers. Natural numbers are any numbers that start from 1, positive 1, and goes towards positive infinity. Okay, now this is what natural numbers are. Now what are whole numbers? Whole numbers are nothing but natural numbers plus 0. Okay, so if I ask you a question, so what is 3? Is 3 a natural number or a whole number? Your answer shall be 3 is both natural and whole number. Natural and both. Okay, 1 natural and both. 0 is not natural, but 0 is a whole number. Okay, now integers here, integers are nothing but when we already know what are whole numbers now. So if we are going to add the entirety of negative numbers from -1, -2 to minus infinity, this entirety consists of what is known as integers. So in this particular topic, we are going to be covering what are negative integers. Okay, positive integers are nothing but whole numbers. Okay, this is the basic concept of what are whole numbers. Okay, and like, so you're okay with it, right guys? So what are natural number, what are whole numbers, and what are integers? Okay, now let's start. So can you see here, so where can we see negative numbers? We can see negative numbers in case of temperature and scorecards. Okay, now let us see these two pictures that are present here. See, negative numbers, when we are finding the temperature in degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit respectively. So see, there is something known as, if you are going to the Arctic Circle, if you are going to Antarctica, or if you are going to, for example, Himalayas for a trip, okay, or you want to be a mountaineer and you want to trek the Himalayas, okay. So there the temperature is negative. It is less than 0. So we get negative numbers over there. So this negative number is nothing but negative integers. Similarly, in a scorecard, there are something declined, assisted, declined, noun premium, that is not giving us a positive number, but it's actually making us go down. So going down from the number 0 gives us a negative number. So we get negative scores from this. Okay. Now, Emma, let's do it with a small example. Emma went hiking in the mountains and the trail started at an elevation of 200 meters above sea level. Okay. As she went down the trail, she descended 120 meters. Later, she reached a point 50 meters below sea level. How much further did Emma descend after passing the 120-meter point? Okay, so let us do this sum. First, let us do a line. This is the zero level, or what is known as the sea level. Sea level. Okay, it is telling that Emma started the hike from 200 meters above sea level. Okay, 200 meters above sea level. Now, as she went down the trail, she descended 120 meters. She descended 120 meters. From here, she has descended 120 meters. Okay, sure. After that, the question tells us that she reached a point that is 50 meters below sea level. So 50 meters below sea level. Now, This point is nothing but 50 meters below sea level. So how much further did Emma descend after passing the 120-meter point? So this is the 120-meter point. What is the remaining of this? This is 80 and this is 50. So 80 plus 50 is going to give us nothing but, I think it is going to be 8, 19, 1, 2, 31 meters. Okay, so this is what is 0 point, positive, negative. Okay, so if we want to understand how did we descend further, we are not descending from 120, right? We are not starting from 0 now, we're descending from 120 to 50. Okay, so this is the total descending position from 80 plus 50 meters below sea level. Okay, now let us look at one video. Hmm, okay, let's look at this diagram first. Okay, so as we did, this is 200-meter, this is 120-meter, this is 130-meter below sea level. So we have found out everything but in a straight line. Now, see, this is the 0 point, started the trek from 200 meters above sea level, went down to 120 meters above sea level. This is the 120-meter line. Now she has to travel from 120 meter to minus 50. Minus 50 is this. So the rest difference is nothing but 80. 80 and 50 gives out to be 130 meter. 130 meter, the answer that we found out. Now, in the previous chapter, we subtracted a whole number from other whole numbers and found out result is sometimes positive and sometimes negative. 6 minus 15 gives us minus 9. Okay, as minus 15 is greater, 6 is greater than minus 15. So obviously positive number should always be greater, right? But minus 15 is much greater in the negative sense than plus 6. So we are getting the minus term. That is why minus 9 is given here. So 18 minus 38, we are getting again minus 20, which is not a whole number, not a whole number. We have already understood, right? What a whole number starts from 0, and from 0 all the positive natural numbers. So these minus signs, the minus sign and minus 20, are nothing but integers. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to read the screen. Corresponding to natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., we create a few numbers: minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and minus 5, etc. Okay, etc., where minus 1 is the negative of 1, minus 2 is the negative of 2, minus 3 is the negative of 3, and so on. Okay, but this particular concept is very important. What is that particular concept? 0 is neither positive nor negative, always remember. So if I'm standing, I am 0, I am that particular 0. This portion of my hand will give me all the negative numbers, this all the positive numbers. So 0, me, I am either not positive nor negative. Okay, if I go in this direction, all the negative integers is present. If I go into this direction, all the natural numbers are present. Natural numbers are also going to be a part of integers. Okay, now how are integers represented on the number line? We have a video attached to it. Let's give it a watch. Okay.
What is the best way to represent integers? Yes, it's the number line or the number array. What is a number line? It's simple. It's just a line like this. We mark the number 0 in the center. Towards the right, we mark all the positive integers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But wait, they're not marked randomly. They are marked at equal intervals. The distance between any two consecutive integers on a number line is always equal. On the left side of 0, we mark the negative integers. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on at equal intervals. Since the positive and negative integers go on forever, we mark arrows at the ends of a number line. This arrow tells us that there are infinite positive integers towards the right, and this arrow tells us that there are infinite negative integers towards the left. Not only is this a good way to represent the numbers on a number line, but this representation helps us in innumerable ways. We will see its uses in the coming videos.
Okay. Okay, so we have now understood that how integers are represented on a number line. Okay, I've already given you the video, this dancing wala step and stuff. Okay, we have now realized that how to draw a number line. Okay, now this is a representation of what we have seen in the video. See, 0 is neither positive nor negative. Already this particular portion is asserted. All the positive integers, these positive integers are nothing but the natural numbers only, right? Negative integers, okay, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 till minus infinity. Okay, now we will find applications of this in real life. Okay, profit is represented by a positive integers, then loss is represented by negative integer. Let us give some examples for this. What did I say? So I go to the store. Okay, I go to the store and I have a mobile phone with me, right? I buy this mobile phone for about 100 rupees. Okay, I buy this for 100 rupees. If I sell this mobile phone to a friend of mine who wants this specific model, I'll say, okay, I'll give you this mobile phone, but not for 100, but for 120 rupees. Okay, so I make a 20 rupees profit, 20 rupees more than what I have paid for the phone, right? Similarly, if I have another thing, for example, this particular charger. So I bought this charger for 50 rupees. Okay. Now I realize that I have another charger of the same company lying at my place. Okay. Now I want to sell this off to someone, and someone like, I do not need this, right? And I want to sell this. Okay. Now I will sell this. The person who wants to buy this charger from me is giving me 40 rupees, but I bought it for 50, right? So now I have a 10 rupees loss. The loss is always comes with negative sign, and like profit always comes with positive sign. Okay, next. So this, I think this concept is more or less done. Profit and loss. Height above sea level is represented by a positive integer. This is also done for the last example that we have did. Starting from 0, going above sea level and going below sea level. Below sea level is going to give us minus. Above sea level is going to give us plus. Second, third one, +5 represents 5 meter due north and -5 represents 5 meter due south and so on. Okay, so what is this? If I draw an arrow like this is north, this is south. Okay, so if I go towards the north, that will give us positive. If I go towards the south, that will give a negative. Okay, this is used for only Cartesian planes. This is something that we'll be doing in the future when we are doing graphs and stuff. Okay. So let us give some examples to it. We have read all the statements. Now we are going for examples. Moving 80 meter due west is +80. Then moving 80 meter due east is -80. Okay. So east and west, right? So if you see me on the screen, this is going to be your west. This is going to be your east. So this where I am going to the east direction. Okay, sorry. This is going to be the west direction. This is going to be the east direction. So if I move 80 meters due west, 80 meters due west. So if I come here and want to go 80 meter due east, so that will, like, I am standing at 0. So I am walking 80 meters in this direction. And then if I need to write 80 meters in the opposite direction, I am going to opposite part of the number line, right? That is going to be negative. Loss of 500 is -500. This is very easy to understand, right? The mobile phone wala example, buying it for 100 rupees, selling it for 120 rupees, I get a profit of 20. Buying the charger for 50 rupees and selling it for 40 rupees, I get a loss of 10 rupees. So loss is always given a negative because loss, right? Because we are losing something on the price that we have bought. Okay. Rise in temperature by 30 degree is this, and fall in temperature by 50 degrees minus. So rise in temperature is plus, fall in temperature is minus. Okay. In all of these examples, we have that 0, which is neither a positive or a negative integer. Okay, so this is already done. I think now it's more or less clear everything about negative and positive integers. Okay, the integers on the right side are greater than the integers on the left side. Okay, so this particular focus, this particular thing, integers on the right side. So if I say which is greater, -7 or -2? Okay, you'll be saying, sir, -2 is greater. Why? Because -2 falls on the right side and -7. But if I say 2 or 7, which is greater, then you will say, sir, 7. Why? Right hand side, 7. Okay, like that. So anything that falls on the, see, number line on the right side of the number line. Okay, for me, this is the right side, right? And for you, it is the left side. So it is very easy to understand whatever numbers are present towards on the right side are greater than what is present on the left side. Okay. So in negative integers, -1 is the greatest negative integer. -1 greatest negative integer. Okay. Sure. We have done this. Hmm, 1 second. Let me rub everything up. Check. Now let's do some comparing of our integers. So we have a is greater than b. A is greater than b, which is equal to minus a is greater than minus a is lesser than minus b. Okay. Now what is this? What did we write here? Let's do it. An example. 9 is greater than 7. That we all know, right? 9 is greater than 7. But minus 9 is lesser than minus 7. Utilizing the previous slide, right? Minus 9 will be somewhere around here, -10 will be somewhere around here. Okay, and 7 is here, -7 is here. So which is greater? -7 is greater because it's situated on the right hand side of -9. Okay, so this is what the example is all about. Okay, now similarly, if a is greater than b, then the sign greater than sign changes to lesser than sign. So 13 is lesser than 20, right? So this you know, right? This arrowhead, whenever this sign, okay, so this portion is greater wherever the arrowhead opens up, that is the greater portions. This is again greater and this is lesser, this is lesser. So this is the greater than sign, this is the lesser than sign. Okay, okay, so this 20 20 is greater than 13 and 13 is lesser than 20. But when the negative integers comes, -13 is greater than -20. I hope everything is clear now. Now, using a number line to write the following integers in ascending order. Okay. So what integers do we have? We have 5, -8, 0, 3, -5, -10, 9 and -2. Okay. So we'll make a number line, huge number line. Sorry. Make a huge number line here. Okay, starts from -10 and ends to +14. Okay, so the 0 point is absolutely in the middle. So what are the coordinates that you, what are the integers that we have to find out in ascending order? Ascending order is what, from small to big. So what is the smallest number that we can see over here? Smallest number that we can see is -10, right? So -10 is the smallest number. After that, -8. -8 is the second smallest number. Let me first write it down in the ascending order. -10, -8, -5, -2, 0, 3, 5, and lastly 9. Okay. Now after arranging it in ascending order, we are just plotting it on the number line. So -10, -8, -5, -2, 0, 3, 5, and 9. Did you get it, guys? Any problem? in this particular sum? If not, you can also see this. This they have utilized that greater than sign or the lesser than sign from whichever part of the screen you are seeing it from. If you're seeing it from -10, lesser than, lesser than, lesser than, lesser than. If you're seeing it from minus positive 9, greater than, greater than, greater than, greater than. Now, use a number line to write the following integers in descending order. Okay, so descending order here. So let us first draw a number line. Sorry, this line is not straight enough. So it is 0 here. So the spaces should be equidistant only, right? I'm writing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm writing here that row is that color row. Straight that row. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. I'm extending it because it is not going to be completed. -5, -6, -7, -8. Now we have to arrange it in what order? Descending order. Means big comes first. Okay. Now first arrange all the numbers that are given to us. So what is the biggest number that I can say? I can say 6 is the biggest number. Okay. So 6 comes first, greater than. Then after that, what comes? 5, 5 greater than. After that, 3 greater than. After that, 0 greater than. After that, -2. After that, -4. After that, -6 and -7. -6 and -7. This is the arrangement of descending order. Okay. Now let's plot it on the line. So 6, 5, 3, 0, -2, -4, -6, and -7. Okay. So we just did this particular thing. Okay, now the second part, I want you to practice it, the second portion, because we have already done one about ascending order. Okay, we have already done one descending order. Now it's time for you to practice a bit. Okay, now addition of numbers. Okay, addition of numbers is very easy. First we're gonna do normal addition, then we're gonna do it via number line. So let me utilize one normal addition first. Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute or 10 seconds to see what is written in the on the board. Okay, so try to do it. Okay, so if you're going to add all the positive numbers, now it is saying in this particular questions we are adding 2 plus 2 with plus 3. Okay, so always start off with 0. We are starting off with 0. 0 plus 2, we have reached plus 2. Then again plus 3. 1, 2, 3. We got the answer as plus 5. Okay. So 2 plus 3, we all know that is 5. But how did 5 come? So from 0 plus 2, from plus 2 plus 3 gives us 5. Okay. Now addition of positive number to a negative number. Okay. Let's do this. So if I have a number that is 3 and we are adding -4 to it, the resultant number is going to be nothing but -1. But how did this -1 come? First, let's start from 0 again. So from 0, I'm going 3 places to the positive side. So I got plus 3. From plus 3, I have to subtract it by -4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got answer -1. This is how we are going to be doing this particular sum. This sum can also be done in different manner. Okay. Now we all know that if we are going to do this plus 3 minus 4, it is going to give us minus 1. We also know that if we are going to do minus 3 plus 3, it is also going to give us minus 1. Okay, we have already done this. Now let's do this wala portion. So if you have minus 4 first, then we'll start off with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have reached minus 4. From minus 4, we need to add 3. We are adding, let me change the color of the ink. 1, 2, 3. We got our answer same as minus 1. So we can do it in both of the manners. Okay. See, it's the same thing. We're getting the same value, minus 4 plus 3. Now we are going to add negative to negative. Okay, negative to negative. Does it sound about like this? We're adding 2 plus 4, we're getting 6. We're adding minus 2 and minus 4, we're getting minus 6. As simple as that. Okay, negative side, I reached from 0, I am 0, right? So 0 to plus negative 1 to negative 2, negative 3, like that it goes forward in the negative direction. Okay, so let's start off doing this. So we have the number minus 2. So from 0, 1 step, 2 step. Again from this minus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have reached our answer, that is minus 6. I think this is very easily understood. Let's move forward to subtraction of numbers. Now, using a number line, evaluate plus 6 minus plus 2. First thing we have to do is plus 6 minus 2 will give us plus 4. Now, let's do this. From the number 0, from the number 0, we are going 6 places. Okay, see, this number line is represents, if I add one more point here and name it 6. Okay, we are going from 0 to 6, then we are coming back 2 places. Okay, we're also getting 4. But in this particular sum, what they're doing, they're starting from minus 2, like they're starting from 0, going 2 places back in the negative direction to minus 2, and from minus 2 they're going 6 places to the positive direction, that is 4. Okay, in both of the cases we are going to get the same answer. I hope number line concept is like easily understood now. Let me see, we have any videos or not. Ordering of integers, science of integers, and integers. Okay. Now, use a number line, find the integer which is 5 more than 2. Let us solve this one after the other. Okay. Using number line, the first I will draw a number line. I am seeing here that 5 more than 2, no negative sign is present, right? No negative sign is present. So let's start from 0 and I will just give minus 1 and minus 2. Okay. And here I am getting plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. Okay. So 5 more than 2. So 2 plus 5. This is what is written, right? So from 0, I am getting 1, 2. We have reached 2. From 2, we are adding 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 gives us our answer as 7. Okay. 5 more than 2. So I already have 2. Now I'm adding 5 more. So 2 plus 5 gives us 7. This is how we are going to do it on the number line. Now let's go to the second question. T less than 4. Sorry, I'm writing the question again. Let me first draw the number line. So 3 less than 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So from 0 we are first heading off to 4. Now from 4 we have to go 3 less than 4. We already have 4. Now we need to take 3 steps backwards. So let me change the color of the ink. So 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Answer is coming out to be 1. 3 less than 4. Did you understand? These are the answers of these two. The first one is 7, second one is 4. I think you have understood how to draw and how to plot using number lines. Now, let's go into the more, like, I won't say difficult, but like feisty. Now we need to understand a little bit more. Okay, let's first do this. Okay, we are drawing a number line again. Okay, 6 more than -8. Here the starting number is -8. Okay, so I need to do something. 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Okay, and this is +1, +2, +3, +4. I think +4 is enough. We are not going to reach that. 6 more than -8. From 0, we are first heading off to -8. Okay. Now from -8, I need to go 6 places more. So 1 place, 2 place, 3 place, 4 place, 5 place, 6 place. Giving our answer to be nothing but -2. Okay. And for this sum, 3 less than -4. So we have our number line 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9. Okay, so starting number here is -4. 3 less than -4, we already have -4 now. So from 0, we are first going to -4. From -4, it is 3 less. So 1, 2, 3. Giving our answer is nothing but -7. Okay. Okay, did you understand guys? Now -2 and -7. Now using number lines to evaluate each of the following. Let's try. Okay, this is for you to do. Take a screenshot of this and try to solve every one of these sums in your notebook. Okay, I'm just doing the last sum for you. Okay, just to make sure that, okay sir, you have given us 9 sums, you at least do one. Okay, let's start off from this. So I have a number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. So first is what? +3. So from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now what it is showing? -7. So from here, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, which gives us the answer as -4. So -4 is the answer for this one. Okay, like this, you have to solve each and every sum. Okay, same for this, using addition, subtraction, how to add using number line, subtract using number line. We have done more or less all the examples so that you can complete this exercise on your own. Okay, but we have a few more videos for our next class. I would like to make sure you have a watch in all of the videos. Okay, these are some new concepts. Okay, so the thing is, what are absolute values? A few videos are there, 2 to 3 videos which hardly take about 10 minutes of your time from now. Let us give it a watch guys.
What is the absolute value of -3? The number is -3. It is represented using vertical bars to the left and to the right of the number. This thing here is read as the absolute value of -3. The absolute value of a number just tells us its distance from 0 on a number line. If we have a number line like this, where will -3 lie? It will lie here. The absolute value of minus 3 is just asking us how far is minus 3 from 0. 1, 2, and 3. It's 3 units away from 0. It's simply the distance between minus 3 and 0, and remember that distance is never negative. We cannot say that it's minus 3 units away from 0. As the distance between minus 3 and 0 is 3, we say that the absolute value of minus 3 is 3. What would be the absolute value of 3 then? The absolute value of 3 will be written like this, with a vertical bar to the left and the right of 3. How far is 3 from 0 on the number line? Again, it's 3 units away from 0. The absolute value of 3 is 3. What will be the absolute value of minus 5? As it's 5 units away from 0, it will be 5. Absolute value of 12, it will be 12. Absolute value of minus 129, it will be 129. Look at all the answers. They are all positive. So would it be right to say that the absolute value of a number is always positive? Let me ask you another question that will help you answer this question. What is the absolute value of 0? 0 is 0 units away from 0. The absolute value of 0 is 0. Is 0 positive? No, it's neither positive nor negative. So it would be incorrect to say that the absolute value of a number is always positive. But you can say that it will always be non-negative, which means it will be 0 or positive.
We have already understood what is the absolute value of a number. This is the same concept. Okay. So I won't be repeating that particular concept again. So let us go to the next video about ordering of integers. Okay. We have already done this. We have done this to the entirety of the class. We all know how to order it by ascending and descending manner. So let's give this video a shot.
While understanding the number line, we have seen that as we move towards the right, the values of the numbers increase. And as we move to the left, the values of the numbers decrease. What can we understand from this? It tells us about the order in which the integers are placed on the number line. Observe carefully. From any point on a number line, if we move towards the right, then we can see that the numbers are in ascending order. And as we move to the left from any given point, the numbers are in descending order. Let us understand this with an illustration. Consider the number 4 on a number line. And now consider the number 7. We know that number 7 is greater than the number 4. Which sign do we use in mathematics to represent greater than? It's this one. Therefore, we can write it like this. So if we want to compare any two integers on the number line, the integer to the right will always be greater than the integer to its left. Understand it well. 7 lies to the right of 4 on the number line, and it's greater than 4. Now what does this sign represent? It means less than. If we take any integer which lies to the left of an integer, we know that it will always be lesser. For instance, 2 lies to the left of the integer 5. Hence we say 2 is less than 5. It means to compare the two integers, we can use the number line. How can we do that? It's simple. We can check which integer lies to the right or left on the number line relative to the other integer. If it's on the right, then it's bigger, and if it's on the left, then it's smaller. Let us see how it works. We will compare the following two integers using the correct sign. To compare them, we will use the number line. Just the number 6. We can clearly see that 6 is to the right of the number negative 5. Therefore, negative 5 is less than 6. We will write it like this. So it was easy to compare a positive integer with a negative integer, and it was also easy to compare two positive integers. Now let's try to compare two negative integers. Here they are. Can you tell me which one is smaller amongst the two? Let us see them on the number line. We can clearly see that negative 2 lies to the right of negative 4 on the number line. That means negative 2 is greater than negative 4. Yes, that's true. Likewise, can you compare negative 3 with negative 6? Which one is lesser in value? That's correct. Negative 6 is less than negative 3. Understand this well. The order of integers is such that the one on the right is always greater than the one on its left, and the one on the left is always smaller than the one on its right. In our previous discussions, we had seen an example where a number can be negative. That's when you add the number with a minus sign to indicate a situation. Let us see some more illustrations. Here's the first one. Amr received 500 rupees as his pocket money in the previous month. Can you tell me which sign will be appropriate to indicate the money he received? The amount of money Amr has will increase. That means he will denote the savings with a plus sign. What if the situation was the exact opposite of the above? That is, what if he spends 200 rupees from his pocket money? In this case, the total amount Amr has will get reduced by 200 rupees due to the expenses. Here you can note that to write the opposite of a given situation, we change the sign of the numbers that represent them. Let's consider two opposite situations. Rahul and Bianca started a new business. In the first year, they incurred a loss of 10,000 rupees. What can be the opposite of this situation? You can say that they have incurred a profit of 10,000 rupees. That's correct. Let us write the above two opposite situations with the help of these signs. Loss of 10,000 rupees can be shown like this. And obviously, a profit of 10,000 rupees can be written like this. As per these illustrations, we can say that the temperature above 0 degree or the income or savings of a person or profits can be represented using the plus sign. And their opposites, like temperature below 0 degree or expenditure or losses, can be represented using the minus sign. There can be many more situations which can be denoted by a number with a plus sign or a minus sign. And to write its opposite situation, we can change the sign of the number representing it. We have seen integers on a number line, we've compared them, and now we even discussed about denoting them with a sign depending on the situation. What else can be done with integers? We will see that in our next lesson.
Okay, guys. So, thank you. This was the class about negative numbers and integers. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any doubts or any problem, do please write in the comment section. If you want more classes like this, do please write down what chapter do you want me to do next. Thank you.